before giving functionality to the slider, first we contain some 3D some character scenes, right? So we have to give these settings and audio controllers to these characters also, so that I created a prefabs by simply dragging this game object to the project window and audio controller to the project window. It will be converted as a prefab. So in here what we do is we have to add this functionality to the remaining scenes as well. So go to character 2. In that you have to add your audio controller settings. So drag this audio controller and settings into the hierarchy window like this. And one thing is you have to add is event system. In UI it contains an event system. You have to add it, otherwise your buttons won't work. So now click on play and check whether the functionality is working good or not. See here, but it was not working well. So let's see what happened. The problem with the audio controller, right? So now let's see whether the audio controller is working or not. It was working, but it was not appearing when I clicking the settings settings button. So let's check what happened there. Uh, in the settings button, see here there is a no object to appear, so you have to give the audio controller here, and you have to give the function called game object set activable. It have to enable. And now in the settings, in the audio controller, we containing one button, right, called back button. You have to give the functionality for this object also. Settings, you have to drag settings here, and in the function you have to active settings when you click on the back button. Now it was good. Now you can select the audio controller and you can disable this, and now check play, and I click on settings button, it will be appeared. If I click on back button, it was working good. Now same configuration will be done to character 1 as well. See here, this is the main advantage of the by using prefabs. If you work with by creating first creating two settings and audio controllers, it takes a lot of time. So by using prefabs, it will make your work very easy. So it is easy way to work in this manner. So again now click on character 1 scene. Here again add these prefabs. One is settings and one is audio controller. So in settings you have to change again, call in settings button, you have to give the functionality of the audio controller, right? Here you have to give the function. In the game object you have to select set active pull, and in the audio controller it contains a back button, right? In the back button you have to change, you have to give settings, how to give the function when it was disabled, it have to enable. Done. Only two changes, that done whole thing. Yeah, it's a bit problem, I think. Let's see what happened there. If I click settings will be disabled when audio control is enabled. Yeah, see here the event system is missing here. See here, but that's why the button functionality is not working. So select event system like this and you can play, the button functionality will be work. Yeah, it is working. Now the main thing is we have to give the functionality of the slider. So to give the functionality, which functionality we have to give? If the slider is increased, the audio have to be increased. Otherwise, it should be decreased. So for that, you have to create a new script. Before going to create a new script, first create a new folder. First create a new folder and name it as prefabs. In this prefabs, drag this audio controller and settings like this. Or the the hierarchy window is little clumsy, right? So I'm simply naming it as settings buttons, setting, main setting, or otherwise main setting. So I'm going to drag this main setting and event controller to this game object like this. Event system should be like this. Yeah, it will good. Now check whether it was good or not. Yeah, it was working good, so it was fine. So see here, the game objects decreased, right? So it was looking good. Yeah, now I'm going to create a C# script here. For the first time, we are going to start the script in this project. So I'm naming it as, for which component we are writing a script, for increasing and decreasing audio, right? So audio leveler or changer, I'm naming it as, or audio handler is will be good. Audio handler. So create one more script, create one more folder. In that folder, name it as scripts. So all scripts should be saved here. So audio handler, let's work with the audio handler here. Yeah, open the script. It will be look like this. Now in the class function, you have to mention a variable called public. We are working with audio, right? So we already taken audio source there. If you want to work with audio source, audio, you have to declare a variable called audio source. This is a data type. I am calling data type called audio source and declaring variable called same. I am taking it as audio source. It will be easy to identify. And again, we are changing volume, right? So I'm going to take private variable, private float music volume. So I'm simply calling a data type float, and in that I have to change, I have to mention music volume. I'm declaring that music volume equal to float per frames like this, and in the start function I have to play the audio first. When the audio source is playing, audio source dot playing, in the update function, audio source dot volume equal to music volume, music volume, and like this. So this does not contains any volume, right? So we have to create our custom function called public void update volume. You can take any kind of name. We can declare update volume in the brackets float volume like this. So this will change the this will do the magic. Now yeah, this doesn't contain semicolon because it's a function, right? So I missed it. Yeah, it was good. Now music volume, calling the music volume here. Music volume equal to is nothing but a volume. Yeah, done. Now click on save. Just 3 lines of code will take anywhere here. So click on save and get back to the Unity. Create a new empty object called, I'm declaring a name called audio handler. So in this I'm going to add my script here. I'm going to add my script called audio handler, this one, but it contains one error. The namespace void, yeah. I think I wrote a spelling mistake here. Yeah, this was good. Now click on save. That's what it was not showing here. We got an error. The errors are removed now. Yeah, we can work with now. Just click on audio handler. See here, we have to add our audio source here. Where is our audio source? In the main settings, in the audio controller, see here, there is a music player, right? In the music player, we containing audio source. So we have to drag this music player to this audio source. Or we can mention it is instead of music player, we can mention it as, declare it as, or otherwise we can leave it like that, no problem. Yeah, we already declared now. Just default select this layout to default. It will be changed like this. Now it will be easy to work. Here we declared the audio handler, right? Now get back to the music player here. In this music player, see here we already added a song, right? So make it volume to 1, and in the slider, where is the slider? In the audio controller, right? In the audio controller there is a slider. Make it to its value to 1 like this, and we have to give the functionality. So where the script is here, right? You have to drag this audio handler to this runtime object, and you have to give the condition. What is the script called audio handler, right? In the audio handler, we created a function called update volume. So select update volume. So if we increase the size of that, it will be updated. See here, when I scan the image target, it starts playing. See here, the sound is decreasing, right? See here, the same sound will be continued. If you want to increase the size, volume, you can increase. See here. In this way, we can increase and decrease the volume. So this functionality we have to give to another character scenes also. So we are going to open the scenes. We already given to the character 1. We are going to give the character 2 as well. Create an empty object called audio handler. In this audio handler, I am going to add a script, right? Audio handler is like this, and we have to drag this music player to this. Now in the slider, we have to give the function. Before giving the function, you have to increase the value to 1, max position to 1. Now you have to give the function called drag this audio handler in the slider in the runtime object like this, and you have to give the audio handler to update volume. And let's check again in this one also. Yeah, this is working good. Now click on Ctrl S to save this scene, and again go to chapter character 3. In this character 3, same function you have to continue. Create empty and name it as audio handler, or you can save it as a prefab as well. You can save it as a prefab as well. So you can mention just a triggering only, you can give that. So I'm naming it as music player like this. Now it was done, and in the slider we have to give the functionality. That's it, we are done. Audio handler, you have to drag it here, and in the function you have to go to audio handler script. In the audio handler script, you have to call the update volume function. That's it. Let's check again, and you can decrease the volume. That means we didn't increase the volume. That's what it's not working properly. So if you increase the volume and click on play again, it will change it to see here. It was decreasing. If you didn't make it to value 0, value 1, it will take from the initial position to 1. So if you increase it, it won't work. So make sure it will be in 1 by default 1, like this.
I hope you have enjoyed watching it. If you have liked our content, please do hit like button and do subscribe to our YouTube channel for more useful content and exciting updates. If you want to learn such practical content at an affordable cost with Microsoft certification and instructor support, please register at academy.codenan.com. You can also download app from Play Store as Codenan. Never hesitate to raise queries in the comment section, and please do reply with your suggestions for more practical videos. We'll be happy to come up with it. Thank you.